Welcome in, Dan Ives, on what's been Nvidia's no good, very bad week, despite an earnings report that wowed the street once again, including you personally and the way you covered this company. Couldn't throw any stones at this report, yet what gives with this bad week for this stock, and what does it mean then for how it might trade in the month ahead?
Yeah, Scott, I mean, it's a stunner, the way that this thing's traded here. I'd expect this is a stock that would actually be 210, 215. Look, this is, if you look from a report perspective, there's no way they could have done better. I mean, the 78 billion for next quarter, the 500 billion plus in terms of the pipeline, what we see with Blackwell and Rubin. I just think, in my opinion, this is as nervous as I've seen tech investors going back to last April. And we're in a sort of AI ghost narrative where good is bad, bad is worse. But I take a step back. I look at OpenAI with the funding round, check. You look at the data center revenue from Nvidia, check. I think software is going to start to bottom here, especially after the Anthropic event, Salesforce, ServiceNow, and others. So this is a turbulent period, but our thesis is unchanged. I'd say more bullish relative to the overall thesis.
Wow. I mean,
Nvidia recently reported an amazing fourth quarter, with sales rising 73.21% year over year to $68.13 billion. $1.9 billion more than the consensus predicted. The issue is that the market is uncertain about when Nvidia's revenue growth will reach its peak, and the hyperscalers' increased capital expenditure efforts will halt. The market is punishing Nvidia's shares because they have become a victim of their own success, even though this quarter should have allayed concerns about the AI rollout. Long-term investors are receiving one of the lowest prices we have seen recently, as Nvidia shares went off by more than 5% today. Since we have all the information required to realize that there is still a long way to go in the development of AI infrastructure, I think the downward pressure on Nvidia's stock is a gift for long-term investors. The combined capital expenditure plans of Amazon, Microsoft, Meta Platforms, and Alphabet for the 2026 fiscal year have increased by more than 70% year over year to $610 billion, while Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company Limited plans to spend between $52 and $56 billion in 2026, a 30% increase on the low side. I think that Nvidia's stock is undervalued based on my analysis of the company's quarter, guidance, and supporting ecosystem. For investors who are prepared to endure the current volatility, the recent decline is probably going to produce a sizable alpha. I have never been more optimistic about Nvidia, and this year might be far better than the one they recently announced. As I said in my last video, Nvidia's stock has increased by 3.22%, while the S&P 500 has increased by 4.94%. With 62.5% YOY sales growth in Q3, Nvidia set a new record and reduced its price to less than 20 times forecast profits. With enormous capital expenditure commitments, the hyperscalers propelled Nvidia's expansion as they developed into the primary infrastructure supplier for the AI era. Even though Q3 was a great quarter, Nvidia's Q4 numbers were amazing, breaking multiple records in terms of both revenue and profitability. Since this is one of the lowest valuations we have seen for the biggest firm in the market, I am more optimistic than ever about Nvidia. I think Nvidia is undervalued, and the current valuation presents a significant opportunity for shareholders, which is why I'm presenting this new video. The Q4 results indicate that Nvidia's finest days are still to come, and I predict that the company's stock will surpass $250 this year. The AI factory flywheel continues to accelerate, according to Q4 results and forward guidance. Nvidia's Q4 results were not only impressive, but they also served as a reminder to the market that the business is more than just a chip manufacturer and is the primary platform supplier for the worldwide AI rollout. Nvidia recently made $68.13 billion, a 73.21% year-over-year and 19.1% quarter-over-quarter growth rate. This quarter demonstrated that Nvidia's growth is re-accelerating year-over-year. Nvidia's YOY growth rate in Q3 2024 was 122.4%, but it dropped sequentially to 55.60% during the following year. They experienced a 6.89% increase in revenue growth to 62.49% in Q3 and a 10.72% increase to 73.21% in Q4. In Q4, Nvidia's data center sector brought in $62.3 billion, a 75% YOY increase in sales. Nvidia set two new records in Q4, $51.09 billion in gross profit and $42.96 billion in net income. Nvidia's profit margin increased by 7.08% to 63.06%, while maintaining a 75% gross profit margin. Nvidia recently reported $78 billion in revenue for their Q1 results, which suggests that they are anticipating a YOY growth rate of 77.02%. The company's revenue growth and profit are both increasing on a year-over-year basis. The market is misinterpreting the AI rollout, which isn't stopping. We're seeing a structural change in the way work is done, so the bull case isn't reliant on one product cycle or one hyperscaler defying expectations. Since Nvidia's GPUs can be integrated with networking, software, and full-stack systems, the company's potential are increased as AI workloads become more distributed and inference-heavy. Nvidia reported $11 billion in Q4 sales from networking, which contributed to $31 billion in revenue this year. As its clients combine dispersed data centers into AI factories, Nvidia is witnessing significant uptake in NVLink, Spectrum-X Ethernet, and InfiniBand. Nvidia mentioned during the results call that Blackwell Ultra can provide agentic AI with much to 50x higher performance and 35x lower cost than Hopper. The Vera Rubin cycle is being positioned as the upcoming platform that will carry on the AI factory build-out trend. In comparison to Blackwell, the Rubin platform, which consists of 6 new processors, aims to reduce the cost of inference tokens by a factor of 10. The hyperscalers are anticipated to be the first to implement these systems. Join our investor community. Hit subscribe and like to get your daily Nvidia stock insights and tutorials delivered. Because the roadmap for future processors is being consumed as fast as Nvidia can ship them, this is extremely positive for the company. According to my perspective, AI is becoming agentic, meaning it is constantly present, and computation is no more a one-time training exercise but rather a recurring requirement. The flywheel will probably be improved by the scaling of networking that we are witnessing. In actuality, Meta, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google collectively spent $140.13 billion on capital expenditures in 2023, and their 2024 spending jumped by 55.04% to $217.27 billion, $77.14 billion. These corporations' capital expenditures surged by 65.55% year-over-year, $140.24 billion, to $357.51 billion this year. These businesses anticipate spending $610 billion on capital expenditures for the fiscal year 2026, which is an extra $252.49 billion and represents a 70.63% year-over-year growth rate. These businesses have the cash flow and financial sheets to support this expansion for many years to come, and Microsoft releases its full-year results in the summer, along with its forecasts for the following year. Given the improvements in Nvidia's chips, I think they are still in a prisoner's dilemma situation. Unless they all say no, these organizations will have little choice but to upgrade if the Rubin platform can produce a 10x decrease in inference token cost compared to Blackwell, and Blackwell offers up to 50x greater performance and 35x lower cost for agentic AI compared to Hopper. Any business that doesn't make the change will be at a disadvantage, since they will have to pay more for computation and won't be able to make breakthroughs as fast as their competitors. The AI revolution is centered on Nvidia, and it doesn't appear that the company will be slowing down anytime soon. At these levels, Nvidia's valuation is dirt cheap. Since the price has dropped over 5% since the news release and the street has raised its projected future earnings, Nvidia shares have just become more affordable. It is anticipated that Nvidia would produce $8.26 in earnings per share this year and $13.07 in 2028. This represents the largest growth among the Magnificent Seven, rising by 58.32% over the next 2 fiscal years. Nvidia is priced at 14.13 times 2027 earnings and 22.36 times this year's earnings. With less than half the EPS growth, Corporations like Walmart and Costco are selling at prices quadruple that of Nvidia, which is currently the cheapest of the Magnificent Seven. The figures, in my opinion, indicate that Nvidia is being undervalued due to exaggerated concerns about the amount of build-out that remains in the AI revolution. I think Nvidia is giving investors a fantastic chance to unlock future value at these levels. I'm ecstatic that Nvidia has acknowledged that it is finishing its agreement with OpenAI. Nvidia had previously stated that it would install at least 10 gigawatts of AI data centers with Nvidia technology and invest up to $100 billion in OpenAI. After Nvidia spent $2 billion at $87.20 per share in CoreWeave, there have been rumors that the figure is closer to $30 billion. Additionally, Nvidia and CoreWeave extended their partnership to expedite the construction of more than 5 gigawatts of AI factories by 2030. Due to growing concerns about a financial bubble surrounding artificial intelligence, some members of the investment world are referring to these transactions as circular finance. I'm on the other side of this, and I applaud Nvidia's initiatives in CoreWeave and OpenAI. Given that this is probably going to be the biggest technological revolution in history, I think Nvidia is beginning to take on the role of Berkshire Hathaway in the world of technology and should spend more in the entire AI ecosystem. What does a business do when its monthly net income is $14.32 billion? That is the true question. Nvidia's net income for the fourth quarter was $42.96 billion or $14.32 billion per month. On an annualized basis, its net income for the year was $120.07 billion or $2.31 billion per week. According to the Q4 numbers, Nvidia is expected to generate $171.84 billion in net income this fiscal year, or $3.3 billion in pure profit every week. Businesses can use their wealth of earnings to reinvest in themselves, pay dividends, pay off debt, buy back shares, or make investments. With $62.146 billion in cash on hand, Nvidia's balance sheet shows $7.47 billion in long-term debt. They are now repurchasing shares valued at $48.03 billion. As a shareholder, I think it's fantastic that Nvidia is investing in businesses like CoreWeave and OpenAI, and I hope that it continues. Nvidia exchanges cash for shares when it invests in these businesses. At $39, CoreWeave is currently 10.54% higher than when Nvidia bought $2 billion worth of shares. This indicates that rather than investing the money in bonds, Nvidia has shares of CoreWeave that were valued at about $2.21 billion on the balance sheet. According to the current fundraising round, OpenAI is valued at $850 billion. Nvidia would control 5.88% of OpenAI if they contributed $50 billion to the purchase, and 11.76% of the business if they contributed $100 billion. A $50 billion or $100 billion investment is not insignificant, but in actuality, these sums will probably represent a small portion of Nvidia's earnings this year. Nvidia has the resources to make these investments, and its shareholders will gain a great deal from owning a sizable portion of OpenAI on the balance sheet if it grows to be a multi-trillion-dollar business over the next 5 to 10 years. This isn't humorous accounting, which is another factor that many people are ignoring. In order to obtain hard equity that is recorded on their books, Nvidia is investing money in these businesses. It is up to these businesses what they decide to do with that money. Since Nvidia already exchanged the cash for the shares, they will receive 100% of the earnings from their purchase of more GPUs from the company. The GPUs selling is an entirely different transaction. I think a lot of people think that Nvidia is using its own funds to finance GPU sales in the future, but that isn't the case. The sale of GPUs will only be a bonus for Nvidia, which exchanged its funds for the stock in these businesses. These kinds of agreements, in my opinion, will eventually bring Nvidia and its stockholders a great deal of value, and I wouldn't be shocked to see more of these kinds of agreements from Nvidia in the future. What dangers come with purchasing Nvidia stock? Despite my optimism about Nvidia, there are a number of risk considerations to take into account. The market penalized Nvidia after they reported 73.21% year-over-year growth and projected $78 billion in revenue in Q1, or 77.02% year-over-year growth. Since no company of this scale has ever seen a 73% year-over-year increase in quarterly revenue, shares are falling off following what may have been the biggest quarter in stock market history. The market is obviously worried about when revenue growth will slow down and when the build-out of capital expenditures will shift from expansion to maintenance, despite revenue's recent acceleration. Since Nvidia is dependent on the hyperscalers using capital expenditure, the recent sell-off on Q4 earnings may seem insignificant in comparison to what can occur if the market can persuade them that their expenditures on AI infrastructure are excessive. Being a victim of its own success, Nvidia's inability to make a splash following this quarter may indicate that its stock has peaked. There won't be any telltale signs that investments in the AI revolution are slowing down, so investors should conduct their own research. In conclusion, since Nvidia's Q4 sales showed that the re-acceleration of growth wasn't a fluke in Q3, this was yet another spectacular occasion for the company. Since the analyst community is predicting that Nvidia will generate about $259.34 billion in revenue, or a 66.41% year-over-year growth rate, I am surprised that shares went off more than 5% after earnings. With investors able to pay less than 24 times this year's earnings and less than 20 times next year's earnings, Nvidia is currently trading at the lowest levels the market has seen in a long time. I don't think the AI build-out is nearly finished after viewing this video of the earnings call and examining the data from the hyperscalers. This is because every new generation of Nvidia's chips brings innovations that they can't live without. Long-term investors are benefiting from the market's punishment of numerous data center build-out enterprises. Even if the markets are sometimes illogical, I think Nvidia's stock will rise and stand a decent chance of hitting $250 in 2026. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.